Hey everyone, welcome back to 6.5 on the road from Las Vegas at Dell Tech World 2024, the AI edition. I'm Lisa Martin with Dave Nicholson. Dave, we've been having some great conversations. We talked a lot about AI,
Yes,
but
we
we've
have.
also talked a lot about Dell and its ecosystem and the depth and the breadth of what they've done there over the last 40 years.
Yeah. And our next guest, frankly, is a great example of, wait, what?
Yep.
Wait, partners, what?
Shared
When did this happen?
priorities? We've got Brendan Kincaid with us next. He is the Vice President of Strategic Technology Partnerships at IBM. Great to have you, Brendan. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Wait, I'm sorry, IBM?
IBM.
IBM.
Dell? I thought IBM
But
and
there's
Dell were...
shared priorities, so we want to understand this.
Well,
Enlighten
yeah.
us, Brendan.
Well, historically, you may have viewed IBM and Dell as competitors, but with, I would say, with the evolution of hybrid cloud and AI, we've really identified that we have shared priorities there, and are, I would say, we're really working together to harness the power of AI to provide competitive differentiation for our mutual clients.
Talk a little bit about some of the collaboration that IBM and Dell have in strategic accounts. We heard a lot from Michael Dell at his keynote about, as I mentioned, AI, the AI edition of Dell Technologies World 2024, AI PCs, what they're doing in servers and storage and compute with AI. But specifically kind of dive into some of the collaboration and strategic accounts that are really just that for both IBM and Dell.
Well, first, let me set the scene, because I think that the world has shifted. The world has shifted from companies who think about their business and then how AI can help the business to a world where it's AI first. And that AI becomes the foundation for what they're going to do with the business. So that then really, I would say for the next decade or two, the companies that are going to be leaders are the ones who are AI first today. And that single decision will impact how they operate, how they engage with their clients, how they engage with their own employees, how they work with suppliers. So it enables companies to become value creators with AI rather than just solely value users. And Dell and IBM have seen that shift. I would say both of us have seen that shift, and we've really partnered on some very key strategic things to help clients on that journey. I'll give an example of that. So one is IBM. So we have built an AI supercomputer to do model training. And that supercomputer went online on April 1st. On May 6th, it delivered the Granite models that were recently announced and shared with the open source community. So from start to finish, we're thinking first server delivery was in December, through going online on April 1st, and then producing trained models that are delivered out to the open source community. So Dell was a key partner in that. We're platformed on Dell. We're also using NVIDIA cards in that solution. And it's a testament to the partnership, but also to the ability to create together, to execute together, and then ultimately to deliver in a very finite timeline. I mean, in the world of AI, with supply chains what they are,
Yeah.
That was a pretty impressive accomplishment to me.
Yeah, so you've turned the world on its head with the statement that you just made, and I want to poke at that just for a moment. So traditionally, IT leaders have been counseled to think of the business problem they want to solve and then seek technology that they can use to leverage in service of the missions organization. But with AI, which has often been compared to things like electricity, it's something that can permeate everything. And so your assertion is build it and figure out what to do with it? Because that sounds like that's going to be tough for some people to rationalize in terms of an investment if they don't know what they're going to do with it. But the flip side is you have electricity now. What do you do with it? Do you stick a wire into the horse and hope it makes the horse better? No, it changes everything.
Right. You don't
So-
stick it into a gas lantern.
Right.
You stick it into something that it can power, something that it can create value from.
But so are you asking these customers to take a certain leap of faith in the sense that they're going to be investing in something that isn't necessarily directly tied to a specific business problem because the promise of AI is so great, or have I mischaracterized that?
Well, I think that there are a multitude of use cases, right? And we're moving from, and I heard this from an analyst, that from automating the routine to mastering the complex with AI. So I thought that was a great quote.
I like that.
And it really, I think that's the state we're at now. There are a number of use cases that produce immediate return on investment. IBM ourselves, right? We use AI to help our HR processes, our support processes. We have an AI assistant. We go into an Ask HR, we call it, and many of the tasks, for me as a manager, are now automated. You can literally say, I want to give somebody a promotion, and go in and enter the information, and it will go through all the processes for you rather than having a long, drawn-out manual process to do that. So it really has increased our productivity and effectiveness. Like I said, a multitude of use cases where there's immediate impact and value, whether it's automating, let's say, back-end operations, whether it's customer success or customer support, whether it's code development or code generation, right? And really optimizing that process.
You talked about some great broad use cases. What are some of the specific pain points and challenges that IBM and Dell are helping customers across industries, across geographies to tackle here?
So both IBM and Dell support some of the largest clients in the world. What we're seeing is that those clients want to leverage AI, but they want to do it in a hybrid fashion. They are concerned about regulatory compliance. They're concerned about security, and they're concerned about latency. So they want to deploy generative AI on premises close to where their enterprise data, their crown jewels, reside. So Dell and IBM, I think, have a shared vision in that watsonx runs on premises. We can deploy it safely, securely. We can look across the AI environment and ensure that it is trusted, transparent, and auditable. And Dell is a trusted infrastructure partner who's really optimizing solutions for AI to be deployed on premises.
We like to ask people what the biggest challenges are that we see today. Power consumption is sort of the number one overarching concern that people have because we don't have the ability to generate the power that's necessary to fulfill all the demands of AI moving forward. Aside from that, what do you see as challenges? You mentioned one thing. I'm not sure if you were alluding to the idea that there's a certain amount of education that has to take place in the market, because it's one thing to say, I have a business problem, I want to seek a solution to that business problem. If people have no idea that you can solve these problems with AI, they really need to be educated that these are options today. Do you see that as a challenge moving forward, or?
Not really. I think that logic tells us that AI will infuse most applications. I think in the next couple of years, probably 40% of all applications created are going to be smart applications. They have some level of AI infused into it. I mean, I've been on a couple of tools lately where, surprise, surprise, it asked me if I wanted some AI assistant to help me write what I was writing. So it's already beginning, and I think that companies are rapidly getting on board with that. They're rapidly, I work with a lot of partners. Most every partner is looking at their internal use cases. How can we use this to optimize productivity? How can we use this to streamline efficiency? How can we use it to create more cost-effective ways of doing business and redirect some of those savings into other more strategic areas of the business.
I wanted to kind of double click on that. You talked about the partners that you're managing, and this, we're talking about Dell here, but there's a much bigger partner strategy at play here at IBM. Help us understand that a bit from your partner ecosystem, types of partners, partner programs, and some of the outcomes that have already come to fruition.
Well, IBM launched a new partner program last year called Partner Plus, which has had tremendous uptake with our ecosystem. I think really the strategy of the company is to grow through our ecosystem. That's one of the key routes to market for IBM. And it's also a key route to market for our clients, right? They look to experts in whatever domain it may be, whether it's manufacturing or industrial or energy. They look for experts in that space that can help them with their own particular problems. Within IBM, I look after our strategic technology partnerships, right? So that's a set of partners where we leverage really market and technology synergies to broaden our own portfolio, expand our footprint, our technology footprint, but also to build better, more complete solutions for end customers. And we do it by selling with, through, and to technology partners. It's really a 360-degree relationship.
And you guys had some news come out yesterday. I want to make sure we cover that a little bit and share what that was, why it's impactful, and some of the feedback that you've heard so far.
So it's a testament to what we've been doing in the partnership with Dell. Yesterday, Dell announced Apex AIOps. So that is AI-driven full-stack observability and incident management sold as software as a service. It is really, I'm very proud of what the teams have done together, and it infuses AI by leveraging IBM Instana as the observability component of that solution. So it was just announced yesterday. We're tremendously excited about it, and thrilled to work together with Dell to bring that to clients.
You talked about, last question for you in our final minute here, so you talked about the massive acceleration to what you were able to deliver, ironically on April Fool's Day, and what you were able to do in just a month and a half from then. Talk about that acceleration and the expectation that maybe the partnership has or customers have that IBM and Dell are together going to be able to deliver this acceleration that they need to be able to dramatically transform their businesses.
Well, in addition to the work that my team is doing together with Dell and other parts of IBM too, because we're really working with Dell across IBM Consulting, IBM Research, IBM Infrastructure, IBM Software, and Technology Lifecycle Services. But we're also working with them through Red Hat. So when we talk about AI, there was recent announcements at Red Hat Summit where Dell joined Red Hat on stage to talk about RHEL AI, right, and OpenShift AI. So there are, I'd say we're covering the gamut from developers all the way through the enterprise. And I think the partnership is just beginning, really, and tremendously excited about where we're going to go. And I think this, I would say, having shared priorities around hybrid cloud and AI are central to the partnership. So I'm really excited about where it's going to go.
Yeah, the shared priorities to me seem to be really foundational and core to what you guys are doing together. Brendan, thank you so much for joining Dave and me on the program, really walking through all that you're doing, Dell and IBM, the shared priorities, the collaboration on strategic accounts, and the impact that you're making in a really short period of time. We're going to be keeping our eyes on this space.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It was our pleasure.
Appreciate it.
For our guests and for Dave Nicholson, I'm Lisa Martin. You're watching 6-5 on the road from Vegas, baby. This is Dell Technologies World 2024, the AI edition. Dave and I will be right back with our next guest.